Hey guys, you ever try to buy a house in Fort Collins? Right? I know, it's so hard. And it's ridiculous. Like it's gotten out of control, right? Like you try and buy a house here and it's like impossible, right? Like I have friends who've tried to buy houses and like they have like dreams of buying houses here and it's not happening. And at some point we have to realize like Fort Collins is out of control. It's out of freaking control. So I feel like it's harder to buy a house here than it is like get a date, right? So at this point, I want to make a TV show about this. Like we have blind date TV shows. I think we need like blind house TV shows where it's like all these houses and all these people, and tomorrow they're all gonna wake up with the house, and tomorrow you just wake up and there's your house and deal with it, right? That's a perfect TV show. And then we can watch and we can see like, oh, do they like their house or not? But you know what? At least everybody's got one. Are we all satisfied on some level? You got a house. Because this out of control. Also, have you guys ever been so tired or just out of it that like you went to the wrong car in the parking lot? Yeah. But you may have like walked up to the car and slowly you've discerned that this is not your car, right? This is not the actual vehicle. And then you start realizing that your car is somewhere else. Yeah. Okay, well, I have for the record, like I have walked up to the wrong car. My my regular car is 10 years old. It's a 10-year-old white Kia. And I mistakenly went up to a white Lexus Sport XL 2021. Yes, there was like a new car. It was white. And I was walking up to it. And let's be real, like I clicked the fob and nothing happened, and that did not deter me. I went and opened the door. The door actually opened. The door opened, and I got inside the car. So now I'm inside the vehicle and like in a totally different vehicle and realizing that this is like a beautiful vehicle, and I'm still not realizing that it's my car. So I look to the right and I'm like, yeah, that must be my son's hoodie, right, on the side of this passenger seat. And then it doesn't even dawn on me that like the colors are slightly different, right? I click the start button and nothing happens. And I'm thinking to myself, like, there must be like a battery problem. And it's not even dawning on me that like I'm basically stealing this vehicle or attempting to, at least in a very, small way. And finally, the smell of the car is what does it. Like I smell the car and I'm like, oh, this is not my beautiful car. This is not my beautiful wife. And then I have this moment where I'm like, and the days go on. And I get out of the car and I'm like, I freaking Goldilocks someone else's vehicle. Yeah, it happened. You guys ever watch porn? Yeah, okay. Well, I just want to recommend X Confessions. It's highly recommended if you get a chance. It's a site that I recommend in terms of porn, and I just want to tell you this is my story. So I click into X Confessions, and it's a great site. I want to tell you guys, it really is. It's very feminine forward, very female, like pro-feminist kind of porn. All the females have like fur. It's my kind of porn. And as you get on the site, it'll ask you if you want to start contributing. Like at some point you've watched the free trial and it asks you, would you like a subscription? And I just want to say this is not a subscription to me, right? Like I am donating. I am donating to your site so that I may continue to watch your porn. And yes, I would like to donate. And so I click yes. And I continue the process, right? Down this like rabbit hole of this X Confessions porn. And 2 days later, my bank calls me. And at that point, they want to know if I actually did this because apparently my bank records do not indicate any kind of porn interest, right? Like I've got like brunch and dry cleaning and some groceries. I bought some gas. Like, and they're just like, this does not seem to be in like your wheelhouse, right? Like did you do this? And I have to tell them, yeah, yeah, that was me. I did that. That was my porn interest. And I wanted to make a donation, right? Because it's a good cause. And so they asked me if I did it. I say yes. And then they asked me, would you like to continue to, go through forward with this transaction? And I say, no, absolutely not. Because you know what? That was yesterday. And like today, I'm feeling pretty good. I don't really need this. I feel like this charity was like, like a thing I was into yesterday. And I'm kind of over it right now. So like we can move forward. Right. And then a month later, till a month later, I get another phone call because, yes, I have done this again. I have gone through X Confessions a second time, and I've thought that this is the best. And I really feel like it is. It is the best site. You guys, you don't understand. Like, it is like PBS. Like, they should call us and say, would you like to make a donation to our service? Because they're contributing to society and they're making like really great strides forward for women and porn. And I was like, yes, we should make a donation so that I can continue this process. And 2 days later, my bank freaking calls me. Yeah, they call me again. Again. And I tell them, like, did you not see the last time I did this? Like, is this not a pattern for you? Like, do you not see that maybe I may have like a history of interest in donating to this site? My donations should not be questioned at this point, right? But they asked me again, like, would you like to do it? Would you like to like continue this subscription? And I say, no, that's okay. Yesterday I was into it, but now I'm not. And I just want to say, do guys have this problem? Like, I can't seem to get a subscription. I can't seem to make donations to this site because ultimately, like, I feel like they just don't believe me that I'm into it. And I'm like, yeah, I actually am. Like, let's be real. Do you guys have this problem? Like, you guys have like beer and like a little bit of gambling, maybe some like vaping going on, and they don't question you, right? Like you get to have porn, and nobody's gonna like call you up and be like, "Is this really like a service that you would like to continue to donate to?" Like that's not your problem, right? So like. I just want to know, like, how many guys have this problem, and this is like a serious issue. Women should be able to donate to their charity when it comes to like feminist porn. So you guys ever have a couple drinks and you start thinking that like you're super cute, right? You go to the bathroom at the start of the night and you're like, yeah, I'm doing okay. Like maybe you gotta like fix your hair a little bit. You're kind of like squinting at yourself, like what the heck? And you're kind of like processing. You're like, I guess this is okay. We're gonna like process. We got this. We got this. You're like a solid 6, right? You got this, girl. You go have a couple of drinks and all of a sudden you rapidly advance to an 8. And then you're like, oh man, let me use the restroom. You go back to the restroom, you're like, hey girl, what you been doing? You're ready to take yourself to third base. Mm-hmm. Yep. And at this point, let's be real, you're talking like a British accent, right? It's like, blimey, oh my gosh, I'm you're looking right fit for a tumble right now. We've got to get you home where we can like have my way with you. Oh my gosh, girl, you're so freaking fit. And let's be real, like you get yourself home and you like forget what was going on at the bar, and like at that point you're clicking into X Confession, and that's like a real thing, and the cycle starts all over again.